Amen. Okay.
You want charcoal or?
Sure, actually. I say hadama on it.
Yeah, I think
It's a vegetable, I think, but I could be wrong. Okay, Rabotai, let's get rolling. Yes, quinoa. Yeah, I make hadama. I hope I'm right. I don't know for sure.
I think you're right.
Come sit. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה. Everybody have a pamphlet, or you want a pamphlet?
Yeah, you got one here.
We have two sponsors today. Number one, we have our friend Yariv Grimberg, who's sponsored in memory of Yariv. Yariv?
What's the name?
Your grandma, Sarah Bat Hana Benatan, and our other good friend Mordechai Shaul. They're sponsoring in memory of his mother. What's your mother's name? Randa Bat Nehama, and his sister Esther Bat Randa. All the neshamot should have aliyah. I joke here. Eat that one. Oh, it's downstairs. I don't have it on me.
Can you see? There?
Abe, can they close the kitchen? Is that possible? Yeah. It goes without saying, let's get started. It goes without saying that we wish also Ilui Neshama for all the people who lost their lives in Eretz Yisrael. Hashem Yinkom Damam, in a nice big way. We need it. Okay, so we have a brand new topic, guys. Let's see if we can finish this whole thing right now. I would love to. It starts always with the Gemara. And so the Gemara takes us today to Masechet Megillah, page Chav Het Amud Aleph, page 28a. The Gemara, all the way in the bottom, is talking about the Mishnah on the bottom that I underlined and read, is talking about if they can close the door or no. Yeah? They can close it? Okay. The Gemara on the bottom is talking about respect for the Beit Knesset. And so I underlined the Mishnah, but I want to start with the Gemara because I want to move. And so the Gemara on the bottom, look at the bottom line of the first page. It says Gemara, Gimel Mem in bold. We'll start with there. Tanu Rabbanan, the rabbis taught. Everybody with me or no? Tanu Rabbanan, Bate Knesiyot en nohagin bahen kalut rosh. In a Beit Knesset, you cannot have lightheadedness. You have to have respect. Ve'en ochlin bahen, we don't eat in a Beit Knesset. What are we doing right now? Ve'en shotin bahen, and we don't drink in a Beit Knesset, which I've already done now. Ve'en miutin bahem, we don't adorn ourselves. Rashi says, en mitkashetin latochot. Ve'en metayilin bahem, and you don't just hang out in a Beit Knesset. Ve'en nichnasim bahen b'hama mipnei hama, u'begeshamim mipnei geshamim. You don't go into a shul to protect you from the heat or protect you from the rain. Oh, it's pouring rain. Let's run into the shul for protection. We don't make hespedim in them for a regular person, which is eulogies, which will about kodin bahen, but we read rishonim bahen, umaspidin bahen, especially rabim. If it's a big hacham or a bunch of people will do it, a eulogy. But let's move on. I don't want to get stuck on eulogies tonight. Amar Rabbi Yehuda says, Ematai. When do all these laws apply that you can't have disrespect for the Beit Knesset? V'yishuvan, when the Beit Knesset and the community is alive. Aval b'churbanan lo alenu. If it was destroyed, there's a Beit Knesset, nobody's in it. It's just old and destroyed. Manichin otan, we leave it alone. V'olin bahin asabim, and we let grass grow in the Beit Knesset. V'lo yitlosh, and don't cut the grass. Because we want people to walk by and have agmat nefesh. They should have, how do you say that in English? They should have sorrow in their soul and feel bad that there's grass growing on a Beit Knesset. Asabim, madechat shemayu, says the Gemara. Grass? Who's talking about grass? Who mentioned anything about grass? Gemara answers, hasurim mechsera. Really, it was missing some words in the Beraita. This is what it meant to say. So it's amending, it's fixing the words of the Beraita we just read. So we're just going to have a little different version. You have to sweep them and keep them clean. Make sure grass doesn't grow. Amar Rabbi Yehuda says, when do we make sure grass doesn't grow? When it's alive. When it's destroyed, so if it's destroyed, you don't cut the grass. Amar Rabbi Aseh, Rabbi Asi says, Batei Knesiyot shebababel, the Batei Knesiyot, the shuls in Babel, al tenai hin asuyan. They were all built al tenai. The people who built the shuls built it on condition that they could do with it what they want. And so there seems from here that you can have a condition to withhold some kiddusha. Let's put that aside for 1 minute. We'll finish the Gemara, we'll go back. Even though they're al tenai, even though they're built on a condition, you cannot have disrespect in the Bet Knesset. What's disrespect in the Bet Knesset? Cheshbonot, calculations, business deals.
Selling aliyot.
Selling aliyot. No, that's a mitzvah. Depends who the money is going to. Amar Rabbi Asi says, Bet Knesset shemechashibin bo cheshbonot. Guys, listen to this. It'll make your jaw drop. But Bet Knesset, Batei Knesiyot, shemechashibin bo cheshbonot. Where people do business in the Bet Knesset, malinin bo etamet. They make a levaya in the Bet Knesset. Malinim zagadatach. They really do that. Lo sagi dilav hachi ela lesof shialino bo mitzvah. It means the punishment for treating the Bet Knesset with disrespect is, God forbid, someone will die and they'll have, God forbid. The Gemara says that. I'm not saying it. The Gemara is saying it. God forbid, someone will die and they'll have a mitzvah as retribution for not respecting the Bet Knesset. Okay, this is the Gemara. The Gemara goes further. We don't adorn ourselves in the Bet Knesset. Makeup. Amar Abba. This is a very big line here. Amar Abba, Hachamim v'talmidehem mutarim. Rabbis and the students are allowed to do this in the Bet Knesset. The Amar Rabbi Yehoshua ben Levi, my berabanan betad rabanan. If you guys can remember this line, remember this line. This is a very important line for halakha. The Amar Rabbi Yehoshua ben Levi, Rabbi Yehoshua ben Levi says, my berabanan. What is the house of a rabbi? Betad rabanan, the shul. And so just like in your house, you could eat and you can drink in your house. If you're the rabbi and you're always in the shul, if you're a student and you're always in the shul, that's like your house. Everybody else who only comes for prayers, that they can't do it. But if it's your bayit, then you're allowed to have less respect for the Bet Knesset if you live in the Bet Knesset, if you're always there. This is the line that all the poskim are going to talk about.
Any Bet Knesset.
We have to open this up. There's going to be a zillion and one different questions.
So didn't we learn 2 months ago you're not allowed to live in a Bet Knesset?
Yeah, very good. It can't actually be your bite. This is the line that's going to open up all the questions. But before we do that, we have to go forward, read one story from the Gemara, because this story is going to be important halakhically for us. So here's the story. We quoted the Beraita says, you cannot run into the shul because it's too hot and you want shelter from the heat. And you cannot run into the shul because it's raining and you want shelter from the rain. Here's a story the Gemara brings. Just like what happened one time to two buddies, two rabbis, Rabina and Rab Ada Bad Matna. These two rabbis, two students, they're asking questions and learning from Rabbah, the rabbi. So you have three people on the street, Rabbah, Rabina, and Rab Ada. A pouring thunderstorm starts pouring on their head, and they're outside talking in the Torah. They all ran into the shul. Amri, and they said, Hi, the Ailin and the Bet Kinishta. Everyone should know this, that we ran into the shul, Lav Mishum Mitra, is not because of the rain. It's not because of the matan. If it was just for rain, we would never run into the shul for rain. We will let it rain on our heads outside. We'll go home.
But they're allowed to be.
Ela Mishum Dishmata Ba'asiluta Kiyuma De'istena. We only went inside the shul because when you study, you have to have focus. And you can't focus if you're being rained on. If we weren't studying, we would never go in the shul. What does this mean to you? Are you allowed to go in the shul if you're a rabbi and it's raining? This that we said, the rabbi...
Depends what you're doing.
Depends what you're doing. And if you're drinking, does it depend what you're doing?
Yes.
And if you're... And all these things depends what you're doing? This is the question all the poskim are going to disagree with. You understand the thing over here? First, we say you can't do X, Y, and Z in the shul. And then we say, by the way, if you're a rabbi or a student, and you're always in there learning, it's like your house. It's like your house means what? You can do whatever you want. And then we bring a story where they said we would never have run to the shul for rain, only because we're studying. Okay. Let's just finish the piece of Gemara and we'll go to the poskim. Amal le Rabaha bered Rabba Rabishi. Rabaha tells Rabishi, Rabashi, I istrich le'inish le'mikle gabra mibekirishta mai. If a person needs to call someone and he's in the shul. Now, I can't go in the shul unless I'm going to pray. You just told me I can't go into the shul because of rain or because of... So can I go into the shul to get somebody because I need him? Someone, I need to talk to the guy. What do I do? Am I allowed to go in the shul to get the guy? What if I just want to talk to him? How do I get him? I'm on the first page, Yoshua, page 1. Amaleh, he told him, if you're a learned person and you know some Torah, go to the shul, say a halacha, and then do what you got to do. Get the guy. Stop for a second, say halacha, say a mishnah, say a pasuk.
Just out loud, like walking the...
No, to yourself. Walk in the shul and then say something. Learn something for a minute.
To say some.
If all you know is Chumash, say a pasuk from Chumash. If you don't know anything, then go find a kid that's in the shul and tell the kid, read me a pasuk. What'd you learn in school today? The classic, what'd you learn in school today question? Go tell a kid, what'd you learn in school today? And he'll teach you something. Inami, nishki, purta v'nikum. Another option is go in the shul, sit down for a second and wait, and then get up and go. So it doesn't look like you're going to get the guy. Okay, this is the Gemara. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Let's do Rashi. Rashi on the left side. Lesof shialinu bo metim mitzvah. God forbid, at the end they'll have a met mitzvah, they'll have a burial. Shiyamutu be'id metim she'en lahen kovrin. As a punishment, God forbid, people will die. My berabanan. What is the house of a rabbi? The shul. Lama korim batim midrashot berabanan. Why do they call it bet midrash berabanan? The house of a rabbi. The fish betam hu lechol dabar, says Rashi. This is their house. They live in the bet midrash. So support on the top right. The shuls in Babel were always made on condition that the people can do with the shul what they want. Says Tosafot, the condition only applies once the shul is destroyed, is not in use. If it's an active shul, says Tosafot, conditions don't help you. You can't make a condition. I'm going to make a shul on condition we can party in the shul and eat. We're talking about, we'll open this up as we get along, maybe not this time or next time, what part of the shul we're talking about. But just for argument's sake, to be easy, we're going to talk about you're in the main sanctuary. You can't open a shul and say, I'm opening a shul on condition that we're playing poker in the main sanctuary every Tuesday. Your condition that says support is not going to work. Only if the shul's gone, the minyan is over.
Bet Knesset, bet midrash, same thing.
Good question. It's all coming. We see straight out by the next story, says Tosafot, that the rabbis wouldn't go in the shul just for rain. And so, didn't they live in Babel, these rabbis? They did live in Babel. And so if they lived in Babel, and all the shuls in Babel are Tanai on condition, why couldn't they go in the shul because of the rain? Why do they have to say, we're not going because of the rain? That's a proof that the condition doesn't help you if it's an active shul. We're only talking about now with conditions when the Bet Knesset is destroyed. Then the Tanai works. Only for the people in Babel, Mehania Tanai. Only in outside, says amazing, says Tosafot. This Tanai condition only works in Chutz La'aretz. You can't make a condition in Israel that the shul shouldn't be holy. Why? Because in Babel you're saying Mashiach's coming. We're all moving to Israel. Right? So it's only temporary, right? And so therefore making condition. But a shul in Israel, it's going to be permanent. Mashiach's coming. It's where we're staying in Israel. We should stay in Israel always. Lo mehani tonight, says Tosafot. Unbelievable. You can't make a condition in Israel. It's always going to be holy. We're always going to be in Israel. Okay. Now, That's all for the Tosafot. Let's go to the Rambam on the bottom. Mishnah Torah. Rambam says, Batei Knesiyot Batei Midrashot, page 3. Batei Knesiyot Batei Midrashot, Nagin Bahen Kavod. You have to have respect. Umechabedim Otan, you sweep them. Umerbisim Otan, you clean them. V'nagin Kol Yisrael, listen to this, says Rambam. V'nagin Kol Yisrael B'Sfanad, U'B'Ma'arav, B'Shin'ar, U'B'Eretz HaTzevi, all the Middle Eastern communities, the custom is La'alik Ashashiyot Batei Knesiyot, to light candles, lanterns in the Beit Knesset. Ulatzia bekarkaan mahsilaot, and they put mats down on the ground, to sit on them, not benches and chairs. Uba'arei Edom, in the European countries, yoshbin ba'al kisot, they sit on chairs, says Rambam. But we were like Arabs. Batei Knesiyot Batei Midrashot, says Rambam, en noagim b'en kalut rosh. You don't have lightheadedness. Kigon sihok, joking around, bihitul, fooling around, b'siha betila, nonsense. We'll define what it means, nonsense, later. Ve'en ochlim bahen, you can't eat in the shul. Ve'en shotin bahen, or drink. Ve'en neotin bahen, or adorning yourself. Ve'en metaylim bahen, or just hanging out. Ve'en nechnasim bahen mehamam pnei hama, can't go in there for shelter from the sun. Or begeshamim pnei geshamim, or from the shelter from the rain. Rachamim v'tamidehem, rabbis and their students, mutarin le'echol v'lishtot bahen. That word he adds at the end, that's his word. Midohak. Where did he get this word from? See this, Yoshua? Midohak, he says. Rabbis and the students can eat and drink midohak, only because they have to.
What the dohak?
Dohak, they have no choice. It sounds like if they have no choice, Rambam's saying. But it sounds like the Chatahila, Rambam would say that even the rabbis shouldn't eat or drink in the shul. What are they supposed to do? Dohak, right. So they have no choice. That's a very important word that Rambam adds. We'll talk about it. Let's turn the page. A commentary on the Rambam is the Kesef Mishnah, written by the Dohak. It's very, watch this. Who wrote the Kesef Mishnah? Kesef Mishnah is Maran Shulchan Aruch. Kesef Mishnah on the Shulchan Aruch, page 4. This is Rabbi Yosef Cairo. Rabbis and their students. Sham, it all comes from the Gemara over there that we just read, and he's going to quote it. So he's quoting the Gemara. They used to call it Beit Midrash the Beit Rabbanan, the house of the rabbis. Imagine we said this now. Oh, where are you going? I'm going to the house of the rabbis. That's the call out. Beit Midrash was Beit Rabbanan.
Beit Midrash is דבר אחר.
And Beit Knesset also דבר אחר. We'll talk about that one second. The Hivan de Beit Midrash Shari, Kol Shekin Beit Knesset, says Maran Shulchan Aruch in the case of Mishnah. If it's allowed in the Beit Midrash for them to drink, they for sure can drink in the shul. That's what Maran Shulchan Aruch is saying. The Beit Midrash is holier than the shul. And so from the fact that the rabbis and their students can eat and drink in the Beit Midrash, for sure they can eat and drink in the shul. Hold on. We'll get to all of it. That's a good question. But we'll give us a chance. And after that, we see in the Gemara that they said the story about these rabbis that were learning. There was a big thunderstorm. Instead, they went to the shul. They went and they said, we didn't go there for protection, only because we have to learn. If they would not have been learning, they would not have gone into the shul for protection. Says the Maran Shulchan Aruch, it's only allowed for the rabbis to drink and the students to drink and eat Bishat hadahak, when they have no other choice. As mutarim, only then they're allowed. Even to eat and drink. If it's not a pressing circumstance, if you have an option, says Kesef Mishnah. Even the rabbis and the students would be forbidden if it's not Sha'at hadahak. וכל שכן בית כנסת. במדרש, וכל שכן בית כנסת. וכוב דמיטרא. What is he saying over here? I'm 5 lines from the bottom of the Kesef Mishneh. Uchubda de zilta de mitzvah. Kesef Mishneh brings a proof from the story of the rain. This is, guys, we're going to talk about this. People are going to argue on this Kesef Mishneh. So I want you to understand here. Why did I read you the story of the rain? The Kesef Mishneh is bringing a proof from the story of the rain. From the fact that the Gemara told us a story where these rabbis ran into the shul when it was raining and they said, we're only going to learn. We see from there that just for rain, they would not have gone on, which means even though they're rabbis, they are not allowed. Geshem is not called Shat HaDahak. Kesef Mishneh is bringing a proof, and he's saying that's why the Rambam says Shat HaDahak, only they can eat and drink. Because the story of the rain proves this. They could have walked home in the rain. It's not a dohak. Rain is not Shat HaDahak. You can walk home. People always walk around in the shuk when it's raining. So rain's not an excuse to go in the shul. If Rambam is wrong and Shat HaDahak, if they can eat and drink in the shul, even not Shat HaDahak, why would the Gemara say the story about the rain? Why wouldn't they go in the shul? Because it was raining. Why they have to say we're only going because we're learning?
The Gemara is saying that it is true that in allowed to.
Yeah, but the question is, why did they feel the need to say their statement?
אבל זה,
No.
אבל זה סותר, מקודם אמרו, אסור ללכת בבית כנסת בגשמים, להתחבות בגשמים.
Yeah.
אלא אם אתה לומד.
Right, exactly. So this proves, Beza, the reason, why did they have to say, guys, don't judge us. We're not going in for rain protection. Why did you have to say that for? Let's say you were going for rain protection. You're a rabbi. It's your house. Because the rain protection you're not allowed to, even though you're a rabbi. That's what it teaches you. I know, but Tosafot says that it only works with a dead shul, not an alive shul. So the story of the rain proves to you Shat HaDahak only. Says the Beit Yosef, that's why Rambam got this idea.
In the old time, when he was Bet Midrash, the rabbi of the shul, he have דירה צמודה.
Yeah.
דירה חדר צמוד לבית המדרש.
Yeah.
כן? כך שהוא יכול, הוא בא מהבית מדרש, ישר מהבית שלו, ישר לבית מדרש.
יכול להיות, these were תלמידים.
כי זה מדובר על פעם, שהיה כמו שאני אומר לך, בית מדרש, הבית צמוד לבית מדרש.
Yoshua, if what you're saying is true, it should be the opposite. Why did they have to say, we're only going to study Torah? They should have just said, we're going because it's Geshem. We're allowed to. It's a bite. No, they said, guys, we're only going to study Torah. If it wasn't studying Torah now, if we were not learning, we would never go in the shul because it was raining. It shows you the opposite. If it's a pressing situation, you have nowhere to eat and drink. Mutad. That's what it seems to me, says the Kesef Mishneh. Only Talmidim and only Shat HaDahak, according to Kesef Mishneh. Very strict. Very strict.
Shat HaDahak is not Shat.
It's a pressing circumstance.
I guess it's a discomfort on
Yeah.
very high level.
Yeah, it's a pressing. That's what I was saying. It's pressing circumstances.
So only eating and drinking, you're saying?
We're starting the halakha now, so you have to wait till the whole thing's over.
You know,
But
in Yad Abraham, we make a תנאי, בית כנסת שנוכל לאכול שמה. כי אז היינו, נגיד, סעודה שלישית,
yeah,
היינו מוזיזים את הכיסאות, שמים שולחנות ואוכלים. We move the chair, we put the table, and we eat.
We'll get to it all.
בגלל זה היה, בגלל it was ארעי.
Okay.
לא קבוע, היה
לפי התוספות, this tonight doesn't work, כן? קראנו את התוספות. התוספות says that tonight only works when the beit knesset is batel. So we have to understand why we eat Sudash Lishit. It's
You know, you want to put there just defining the Shat HaDahak. So hypothetically, the steam are out there. Then it's more than Shat HaDahak.
oh, that's second on the special. Yeah. That's high levels.
Correct. Okay, I just want to.
We're gonna define Shat HaDahak going forward. Everything is here. Everything is here, guys. Everything is here. as you should know by now. Everything you do. Okay, next halakha. Tur Ora Haim. Now, what did I do here? After the Kesef Mishneh, now we have the Tur. The Tur is written by the Arba'a Turim, the son of the Rosh, Ashkenazi, right? Maran, so I just want you to understand here the way I arranged this for you guys, to make it easy for you guys to understand. Rambam, Kesef Mishneh on the Rambam. Rambam, Rabbi Yosef Cairo on him. Yes? Tur, Bet Yosef on him. And then Shulchan Aruch is his own book. Everybody clear? Yes or no? Rambam, Kesef Mishneh, same rabbi commenting. Tur, Bet Yosef, same rabbi commenting, and then he wrote his own book, the Shulchan Aruch. So we'll do all three of them, okay? This is the Kesef Mishneh, Rabbi Yosef Cairo on the Rambam. Now let's see what he has to say on the Tur. First, we have to see the Tur. The Tur is Ashkenazi. What does he say?
Which page?
Page 4 on the bottom. Ready? Huh? Good? Tur, page 4. Bate Knesiyot ubate midrashot en noagim b'ayin kaladosh. Guys, what are we looking for here? What are we looking for here? We're looking for one word, Yeshua. Which word are we looking for? Dahak. He's paying attention. Guys, what are we looking for in the Tur? Does he say the word dahak? בתי כנסיות ובתי מדרשות אין נוהגים על קלוש ורוצחוק והיתול ושיחה בטלה ואין אוכלים ושותים בהן ואין מיעוטים ולא מטיילים בהן ולא נכנסים בחמה בני החמה בגשמים בני גשמים ותלמידי החכמים מותרים לאכול ולשתות בהן. No dahak here. Mutar, says the Tur. But no shat dahak. ואין מחשיבים בהן חשבונות אלא אם קשר למצווה. You only do business if it's a mitzvah, says the Tur. Ezra, you only do business if it's a mitzvah, says the Tur. כגון חשבון קופה של צדקה, פדיון שבויים, וכיוצא בהם. The Tur, this is going to be a disaster, huh? The Tur doesn't say the word dahak. So we're mahloket. Rambam against the Tur. Rambam holds, the rabbis can, everyone holds so far, if you're not a rabbi or a student, you cannot eat or drink in a shul. If you're a rabbi and you're a student, you have a permission slip. According to Rambam, only if it's dahak. According to the Tur, always. Now we have to see what the picture says.
What do you mean dahak? Dahak הוא נחנק. What do you mean dahak? You already word dahak. What is dahak? Dahak is somebody emergency. You need to must drink.
No, that's sakana. Sha'at dahak is a halachic term. In halakha, they always talk about sha'at dahak. If the sha'at dahak, you can use ben hashemashot. The sha'at dahak, you can take the medicine and drink on a tani, on a som. It means a pressing circumstance. It's important.
I want to ask you in your hometown.
Yeah.
בניו יורק,
Jersey, yeah.
ניו ג'רסי, שם אוכלים ושותים בית כנסת, שותים קפה באמצע התפילה.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
בכל הבתי כנסת שאני הייתי לא ראיתי דבר כזה.
הייתי במנהטן at the Safra shul, Rabbi Shlomo Farhi.
זה רק באמריקה.
Listen to this, Yeshua. Listen to this.
In Israel, I don't see that
Yeshua.
Everybody go make a coffee באמצע התפילה.
Yeshua, in the Safra shul, inside the main Knesset is a coffee machine. The rabbi himself went down, made a coffee. Twice he did it.
אני לא ראיתי דבר כזה.
Okay, let's go on. Says the Bet Yosef. Rabbeinu, who's Rabbeinu now? Rabbeinu is not the Rambam. Rabbeinu is the Tur, because he's on the Tur now. Rabbeinu katav stam. The Talmid Chacham mutarim. Talmid Chachamim mutarim. Ne'echol v'shtot behem. V'lo chilek.
We're talking about when you learn.
Hold on.
בבית מדרש.
It's coming, Yeshua. It's coming.
מותר לשתות.
It's coming. All the halachot are coming. You have to wait. Rabbeinu, how many weeks are we doing? For a year we're doing this? It's coming. Rabbeinu katav stam that Talmidei Chachamim mutarim le'echol v'shtot behem. V'lo chilek. The Torah doesn't say anything about dahak or no dahak. אבל הרמב"ם כתב בפרק י"א מהלכות תפילה, חכמים ותלמידיהם מותרים לאכול ולשתות בהם בדוחק. Rambam adds that word dohak. Umashma medibarav, it seems from his words, deshilo medohak, if it's not medohak, lo, you can't. No, this is the Bet Yosef on the Tur. Yeah. He's trying to show the mahloket. Says the Bet Yosef, the Rambam makes more sense from the Gemara. Why? Because of the story, the Bina B'Rav Ada with the Geshem, they ran into again the whole proof of the
Yeah, he's trying to say why would the tour be the case that not with the contingency or shut
Right. And what's his whole proof?
We learned it with the Kshamim. They said
Exactly.
We came here to learn.
Exactly. So the whole proof of the Bet Yosef is the story of the Gemara. Let's fast forward a little bit for time to the next red lines I did. Abal Hagahot Ashri Ashire Katav B'Shem the Or Zarua Di'in Hu Havu Mahmari Anafshaihu. The Or Zarua holds that these rabbis, the Bina and Avada, were just mahmid. They weren't really halachically. They could have gone into the shul when it was raining, even not for learning. They chose to be mahmid. Afa Pishaya Mutad. וכתבו עוד שמותר לאכול ולשתות בבתי כנסיות ובבתי מדרשות, אפילו בני אדם שאינם תלמידי חכמים. This Sefer, the Hagahot Ashri holds, even normal people can eat and drink in a shul, even if you're not a rabbi. He's saying they were mahmid. If they were mahmid, why would they need to say that though? That's the question. That's the picture. If they were mahmid, we're strict. We only would have gone in for the learning. So you have to tell everybody that. It's not a derech. Why would you tell everybody that? Oh, guys, just so you know, we're being mahmid.
They don't want to. They don't want to set a bad example.
But the halakha is the halakha. You're allowed to. You're allowed to.
Maybe everybody knows that.
Kesef Mishneh, Madal Yosef Cairo doesn't like this opinion at all. Look at Tosafot. Look at the Rosh. He says, look at Tosafot. He says the Tanai doesn't work. I'm skipping to the end. The Haran Katav, the Ran writes, Rabbeinu Nisim, even though they lived in Babel, and it was built al Tanai on condition that you could do whatever you want in it. Hani mili b'shat hadahak, that only works in shat hadahak. B'chal lo ya dohak. Rain is not a dohak kol kach. Ve'afagav de'amrin hachamim u'tamidim u'mutarin. Even though the Gemara said rabbis and their students are allowed to, mashma li da'hainu b'beit midrash she'omdim sham kol hayom. Now he's the Ran, the Rabbeinu Nisim is giving ramifications. They could only eat and drink in a beit midrash that they hang out in all day long. They're there. That's where they go all day. About Beit HaKnesset law, but a shul is not the house of a rabbi. The Rabbeinu Nisim is arguing, and he's saying a shul is different. It's now according to the Ran, the Rabbeinu Nisim Yeshua. The Rabbeinu Nisim says only the Beit Midrash you're in all day long. What if I go to a new Beit Midrash? I never walk into this Beit Midrash at all. I'm a rabbi. I kolel all day long in this Beit Midrash. I want to go in another Beit Midrash and eat and drink there. Can I? I want to eat and drink.
No.
According to this, Ron, you would say no. It's no.
No, because it finds the reason why
Right. It's your.
When you learn all day.
Another question. Good. Another question. Is it only when you're learning, or is it? Can I go in there just to eat if I'm a rabbi? And my own Beit Midrash. This is my Beit Midrash.
I think the very idea that base member doesn't become, or shul doesn't become a hangout spot.
Right.
So you go in, if you're there all day, it's your call, you're sitting down, that's it, because you learn, or if you're praying or whatever. But
very good.
That's the merit.
Everyone agrees with this. But here's a question.
But the question is flawed, because if a rabbi is hanging out in the street without his day off, and says, I go in.
What would you say that? What's the halakha? That's my house. That's my house. The Gemara said that's my house. That's my house. I can see both ways. Here's another question. Hold on, Bezad. Here's a question. I'm a rabbi. I learn a kollel all day long. I brought my sandwich, my lunchbox with me. I want to stop my seder and I want to eat. That's allowed according to everybody, right? I went home for break. I want to come back with my lunchbox. I want to eat first in the shul and then start second seder. Is that allowed? What's Shat Dahak? You were just home. Why don't you eat at home before you come back? Or is it my house?
So in the definition, he said, doesn't mean only when they learn. It's a concept.
It means it's your house.
It's my house.
So
once it's my house, we're not going to make it inconvenient for you to. You can eat now. You didn't study. You stopped early.
Right.
So It's your house.
But from what he's saying, from a respect factor, you would. Let's see what Itai. Itai, what do you say? No, because tonight doesn't even work. No, I don't think so. I didn't see anyone say this.
I think once it's in first of all, already that person has an advantage, certain advantage. You know, it's Talmid Chacham. Anyone who has a bet midrash in his house is a Talmid Chacham. He's learning there all day long. Now, on occasion, he's out, he's going, he's this and that, but that's his house. So once he's allowed,
Agreed.
he's allowed.
By the way, it makes sense. If you go to your office, your practice, and you take out a sandwich and eat, is that strange? What if I pull up at your practice? I'm in the waiting room. I take out a cheese. What? It's not your place. It's not. Then I see the doctor because it's not your place.
The question you say, you come to the lunch box.
Yeah.
And you eat, but I believe you have a special place where to sit to eat.
I know, but we're
It's
right.
not like, well,
You're right, Yeshua. You're right. But the she'ela is in the Beit Knesset, in the Beit Midrash. In the Beit Midrash. I want to eat. I want to eat snack.
Once it's Talmid Chacham, שזה ביתו ומדרשו.
You say all the way. Let's see. Let's go for it.
But if he's learning all day only, I'm going to come in there now for 1 hour and learn 1 hour that day. I can't.
הנה, אבל
That's very good.
הכנסת לא. עוד כאן לשונות.
איפה אתה?
בסוף. אבל
This is the Ran. This is Shulchan Aruch. That's the Bet Yosef. Let's read forward. We're almost done. This might be 2 parts. Let's make it 2 parts. Let's just read Shulchan Aruch. We did the Kesef Mishneh. We did the Bet Yosef. Now he wrote his own book. When he wrote his own book, you think he wrote the word dohak? No, of course he did. He was a fan of the Rambam. Shulchan Aruch, page 5. There must be a lot going on behind me. בתי כנסיות ובתי מדרשות אין נוהגים בהן קלות ראש, כגון צחוק והיתול ושיחה בטלה, ואין אוכלים ושותים מהם, ולא מתקשטים בהם, ולא מטיילים מהם, ולא נכנסים בהם בחמה, על גשמים, ותלמידי חכמים, ותלמידיהם מותרים לאכול ולשתות בהם, מדוחק, says Shulchan Aruch, only if you have to. Look at the parentheses. You see this? ויש אומרים בבית המדרש אפילו שלא מדוחק שרי, because their midrash is mamash their house. This is like we said. Let's. I don't know. The Ran. It's the Ran. This is the Ran. This is the middle of the scene. Yeah.
They say Batek Nesiot. This is the Batek Nesser. That they pertain only to the sanctuary.
Very good. We'll get there. Very good. Yeah. Very good question. We'll get there. Okay, one more, guys. He wants to know which part of the shul this is talking about. The inside the shul or here where we are right now, the hallway? We have to see. Let's do one more, guys. The Ran. That's the Benon Nisim. That's the Benon Nisim. We just read it. That's the Benon Nisim that we just read. Huh? In the it's not quoted by the Torah, it's quoted by the Bet Yosef in the Torah, right? Yes, but the Ran expounds on it a little bit more. Okay, guys, one last thing, and then we'll finish it up next week. B'ezrat Hashem. Ready? We're gonna have the Bah. Who's the Bah? Adam. Who's the Bah? What is Bah? Bayit Hadash. The Bayit Hadash is gonna argue on the Shulchan Aruch. Let's see what he says. This that we said, rabbis are allowed to eat, page 6. And we wrote the story about the Berabanan, Betad Banan. Second line at the end. Says the Bayit Hadash. When I read the Gemara, I read it that whatever they want, they can eat. Dohak or no dohak. And that's what Rabbeinu, the Torah, writes down. He doesn't write the word dohak. The Shari, it's allowed. And it doesn't say there's a difference. But the Rambam disagrees and says, no, it has to be pressing. My friend the Bet Yosef wrote, because of the zilta. The reason why the Rambam holds this is because of the story of the rain. The rain proves it to you. I'm going to skip a couple of lines. Gahot Ashri, that the Bet Yosef wrote, the 2, the Mistaber, the Bipina Gishim, the Badayam, the Rohak, okay. Let's skip to Ela, and the Fi, Aniot Tati. It's like somewhere, Yeah, nir'eh lefi anutati. Nepnei geshamim, when it says you can't go because of the rain, afa pishu medohak asur. Even from rain, and if it's dohak, you're not allowed. Afil tamid hachamim. Just like the story of the Gemara. What's he trying to say? He's trying to explain the story of the Gemara, not like the Shulchan Aruch and the Rambam. The whole question was, I don't know if you guys are still with me because there's a lot going on around us here. The whole question is, if you don't hold like the Rambam, how do you explain the story of the rain? That was the question we had. I hope you're with me. If not, I'll do it again.
No, I don't, what did you say?
We're going to do it 1 second. Hold on. It's a big, we learn on the from the rabbis for sure. It's Ma'aseh Rav. And so, again, yeah, this is not like that. This is it. We're left stranded. We have to figure it out ourselves. The whole question, guys, if you weren't paying, yeah.
Rambam doesn't say that that's his soul.
He doesn't say the reason. He adds one word. Okay, hold on. The Rambam basically wrote the entire Gemara in his halakha, and he added one word, nidohak. Where did he get this word from? The Bet Yosef, the Kesef Mishneh, on his own is saying, I think he got this word because of the story of the rain.
Right.
Rambam doesn't say this. Huh? Oh, what? Oh, out of Anavut. Yeah, but again, that's like being Mahmid. Why would you profess it to everyone? It's very strange. It would be the opposite. Yeah. Why would you walk around and say, pay attention, guys. I just ran in the shul because of the rain, but I never would usually do that because I never would do something. Me, I would never go in the shul. I'm very Mahmid guy. I'm Anav also. It doesn't make sense. How in 1960?
1961.
Okay. So the whole proof for the Rambam hinges on the story of the rain. How could the tour explain why they didn't go, why they said what they said about not going in?
But how the tour does not think like the Rambam.
Explain the story.
Reconcile the story that they went to study.
And they made that proclamation. That's not that they went in, that they said that. That's the
They
whole.
went to study.
No,
They only went
that
to
they said
study
it.
because they needed to.
No, that they
They're
said that they
involved
went.
with the studying. They can't just walk around. The rain was studying. They have to sit down.
Hold on.
and
But if
be-
you're a Talmid Hacham, you should be allowed to go in. It's your house. Rain or no, study or no
So
study.
the question is like this, the two rules that they're allowed to go in without any shot.
Yeah, it's your house. The Gemara says so.
But the other problem, because they announced that they went to study.
This is the Beit Yosef's question. If you're the tour, why did they say this? Why did they say this statement? How do you explain it? So one answer,
They want to be mefarsemim le'am Yisrael.
that's what Ezra is saying.
Huh?
What?
Not their machmirim. They want to mefarsem something else. We go in because of the rain, because we're Talmidei Chachamim. But every time you're in shul, every time you're in the place of the kedusha, you should make use of your time and to be lomed. That's why they work mefarsemim.
But it sounds, maybe you can say that.
But there is anava, there is melamdim, there is everything in that statement.
You can go that route, or you can go another route. You could just say rain is different. You can say rain is not like eating and drinking. Rain is not as important as eating and drinking. That's what you can say. If you're the tour, one way you could explain it is by saying, yeah, protection from rain is nothing. Eating and drinking, you can eat whatever you want. Even if you're a rabbi, protected from rain, come on. That's not allowed. You understand? If you're the tour, you can explain that rain is different. It's on a much lower level than the other things you're
What
allowed.
would they say if you want to take a shortcut to the shul?
No, you can't take a shortcut.
I know.
Oh, if you're a rabbi.
Right.
Good question. I didn't see poskim specifically say a rabbi is allowed to take a shortcut. There's another halakha that can make a kapadalia. Kapadalia, yeah. There's another, this.
No, you're saying rain is not.
Oh, what I'm trying to say, the Vayit Hadash over here is to give an alternate explanation. He's going to say, really the halakha is like the tour, and it's not shat dahak. It's anytime they want to eat and drink, they can eat and drink. Why did these guys say, oh, we were never gone in because of the rain? Because rain is on a much lower level than eating and drinking. Eating and drinking, you need. Rain, come on.
I would think
Be
they
a man.
couldn't, I would think they
Even
couldn't,
if you're a rabbi.
I would think they couldn't concentrate while they were learning.
We
out
know
there.
that, but why they have to say that? The question is not what
Because
happened.
the rain made them not.
No. The question is why they had to make that statement. If what?
Say that sitting in the rain and learning Torah is not covered. You're learning,
That's exactly what they said.
but not because it's not covered to your Torah learning.
That's exactly what they said. You can't learn Torah. You need a yeshuv adat. You can't learn properly in the rain.
You have to go inside.
That's not. Why didn't they just say I'm a rabbi? I'm allowed to go in the shul.
It's almost like you're saying,
It's sort of learning. I get what you're saying, but learning Torah outside is between Torah.
No,
Maybe not.
Why not? Because training is between Torah. That
but
you-
even
Maybe they
so,
said it would
how does that answer the
You're
question?
better off learning it. Learning
Not in
it.
rain, but you're better off.
Yeah, let's see what he
Here
said.
in the beginning, he said that.
Hold on, let's see what he said.
hold
on. Let's read it.
Also, the rain-
I know, but the story is only about rain. By the way, Yoshua, you need to come back next week. You have to come back next week. No, because we didn't do the halakha l'maaseh.
By the way, the shul.
Yoshua, he's gonna start shooting people. You make sure he comes back next week. Yoshua, Sadiq, lo lamadnu halakha l'maaseh yet.
So you would think they were allowed to take the shortcut?
I don't know. I don't want to say it. Let's. That's a good question. I don't know the answer. Yeah. That's a good question. So I was suggesting that from the Ran. We're going to see a posek that says this.
What page you on, 6?
Page 6. That even. Let's see. Yeah. Yes. Moshe, listen up and help me out over here. Yes.
saying that they said that we went inside the shul, but don't think we went inside the shul because of rain.
Want to learn.
We went inside the shul because we couldn't learn. It wasn't covered for us
Right.
to
that's what I
learn
said.
in the rain.
That.
But that's
Let me ask you a question. What is the difference? What their excuse was? The fact that they had to make that
because
statement.
it's not covered.
But-
for you.
They don't hold like the Ran.
No, you said you gave one reason why the Ramah.
What do you mean it's not kavod? They were learning outside. If it didn't rain, they would have stayed
But
outside.
they,
And so this teaches you that if you're sitting in the rain, it's not the best time to open your gemara and learn. It's not covered to the.
But they didn't say that.
But that's why.
But if the story
they
if the
implied.
story didn't say anything of what they did, we can assume what they said why they went in the building.
What is it?
Because you have to have yishuv adat. How could you learn when it's raining on you? You have to
No,
think,
not outside. That's exactly.
what? What?
Now you should have taught.
If I can see to what you're saying, how does it change this machloket in the Torah and the Rambam?
Because if they're learning, you have to have an alternative answer for just like you give an alternative answer.
Why they can't escape the rain? That's what we need to know. If you're according to the tour, if they're a rabbi and that's their house, why can't they go in there to escape the rain?
What's the best answer?
אם the rabbi live in the בית כנסת, כן, מותר לו, אבל בן אדם ככה פשוט,
כן.
כן, יש לו חבילה עליו, פתאום התחיל גשם,
כן.
זה אסור.
Beta, the Bet Yosef says the fact that they went out of their way to tell us if they weren't learning, they would never have escaped the rain into the shul, shows you that on a normal day, even a rabbi who lives in the shul cannot run away from rain into the shul. Not allowed.
You have to say
And
that.
we could use the same logic to say a normal rabbi cannot just walk into shul. Oh, I want to drink this watermelon juice. Let me go in the shul. I'll drink it in there. No, you have to only shata dahak. You
I think
need
they want to
to.
give you a difference between Bet Midrash and a Bet Knesset.
That
That's
too.
what they're-
We had one posek that said a bet knesset is less than a bet midrash. So kosher can the bet midrash. You understand what we're saying here? If you're the tour, you cannot explain the story. Just go in the shul. Don't say anything. You're allowed to. You're a rabbi. It's your house. Unless you explain to me that even if you're a rabbi, rain is different than drinking. If you could say that, we can save the drinking. We can still hold, you can drink shelo b'shat hadacha. You can drink whatever you want, because we're saying the story, it's only because it was rain. Something special about rain, that you're not allowed to run into a shul when it's raining. I know, but what I'm trying to explain to you is your focus should be on explaining why they can't go into a shul when it's raining. Forget about, because that's the whole key it's unlocking the whole key for the tour. The tour holds that you could drink as much as you want if you're a rabbi. Oh, you're a rabbi? Eating, drinking.
He doesn't have. Never says that.
Eat, drink.
Eat, drink, and be married.
Rain. Exactly. You got this? If you're the tour and you hold that rain is nothing, if you're the tour, you hold, you have to eat to live. You have to drink to live. You have to have protection from rain to live, right? Moshe. The tour can say, this is a sustenance of life. Protection from rain, grow up. Let's see what the box says, and we'll finish with this. Yeah. Yes. So wait, if you're a rabbi or you're not a rabbi? If you're not a rabbi, so far you're up a creek. So far. Make sure you come back next week, because we're gonna give halakha l'maaseh. It'll change, guys. We have to finish this bach. I know, but they're coming. Let's finish the bach. Geshem, rain, even dohak, a rabbi cannot go into a shul for rain. Sorry. Why? Like we see in the story, they wouldn't go in the shul unless they were learning. What is the reason? It's nothing. Stop it. Don't be a baby. It's hot outside. Don't be a baby.
So now he's attaching the B'nei Chama.
Yeah, same thing with the Hama also. Weather is not an excuse. It's called be a man. You're a rabbi, be a man. Weather is not an excuse. It doesn't help you. It's not sustaining your life. It's not a positive. It's just protection. It's If you're a rabbi, no one gave you permission to take shield in a shul, like these Hamas people, shields in a mosque. We don't use shul for a shield. You want to eat because you have to be healthy. You want to drink because you have to be healthy. Do that. You have to take a nap. Take a nap. Shielding from the rain? No. Just so you don't suffer a little bit. That's very disgraceful to a shul that you use it as an umbrella. Therefore, hold on. Lo shari afilu tamin hakam, says the Bach. Even a rabbi can't go in for the rain. It comes out, by the way, it's a whole different ballgame according to the Bach and the Bet Yosef. It's about kol she'at tzarichim, all other needs she'adam mishtamish bahem that you need for life. Shari is allowed l'tamidei hakamim. Tilahaki kari lebet hadrabanan. It's your house. Ke'adam shemishtamesh bebeto koma. You're gonna hate this. Koma shesarich l'tashmisho. It's your house, meaning anything you need to help you live in a nice way, not shield. I know. House is called shelter. That's how we call it. We call it shelter in English. I know. It's one of the main functions of a house.
It's not only that.
By the way, when people say, I need to put a roof over my kids' heads, it's probably the main function of a house, a shelter.
Was very hot today. You know, I'm thinking about Shata Kamayim, I'm thinking of that. We read the
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not something we get into lightly.
Yeah.
And at the very least, it causes the Benadam Sheyeh.
Yeah, and he knows. Mitzayed is patur. Yes. According to the Bach, I know, I don't buy it either. And the Bet Yosef does not agree with this Bach, but according to the Bach, your permission slip is for eating, drinking, sleeping. It's not for escaping from suffering. Ulinyan halakha, halachically says the Bach, katab shulchan le'achmi be'achila v'shtiya shelo medochak afilu t'min hakam. Miu be'bet midrash, says the Bach, in the Bet Midrash, yesh le'akel. Bet Midrash is allowed wherever they want. Afilu shelo medochak כדכתב הר"ן. So to be continued, guys. Next week we finish this. Make sure you come back next week. I understand.
He said that.
He quoted the Ran. I know.